Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My goal for making this video is one of my college achievement what very student does. The topic I discuss in this video is about HIV or AIDS. Before discussing about virus, let me introduce myself. I am Jihan Hanifah from study program D3 Medical Laboratory Technology with name B0713412200H. HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, is a virus that attacks the human immune system, which can cause AIDS. AIDS is actually a disease that originates from African countries and is only found in monkeys. And without realizing it, the HIV virus is transmitted to humans, and from there, the HIV virus spreads to various countries. Until now, there are still many cases of HIV or AIDS in various countries, perhaps because of a lack of knowledge of the population or because people think that HIV or AIDS is just an ordinary disease. In Indonesia, there are still many cases of HIV or AIDS, and in 2014, the Indonesian state received a red report card from the Joint and United Nations Program on HIV or AIDS, or UNAIDS. Indonesia received a red report card because it was considered not paying attention to people with HIV or AIDS, and the monthly rate of people living with HIV or AIDS in Indonesia was still high. Until now, Indonesia is also a country with high HIV or AIDS cases, because every year HIV or AIDS cases in Indonesia are always increasing. HIV is not only transmitted to adults, but HIV is also transmitted to young children since the child is still in the womb. HIV or AIDS is transmitted to young children because their parents suffer from HIV or AIDS. However, many parents do not know that they have HIV or AIDS, and there are also parents who allow the disease, so that these children also suffer from the disease they suffered. Many Indonesian people still lack knowledge about the dangers of getting HIV or AIDS, and this causes many people to be affected or suffer from HIV or AIDS. And there are also unlimited mistakes. For example, transmission from patient or nurse also often occurs because the nurses are not careful in dealing with HIV or AIDS patients. There are symptoms that can be caused by HIV or AIDS, including fungal infection of the mouth and throat, swollen nodes throughout the body, under the ears, neck, armpits, and groin, and drastic weight loss due to decreased immunity caused by the HIV or AIDS virus that has spread through the body and causes infection in certain organs such as skin and hair tissue infection. How to prevent HIV or AIDS is to disseminate information to the community, especially teenagers, because teenagers are very easily influenced by surrounding environment, and you are all set to change this nation in the future. By outreach to the community, we have reduced the number of people living with HIV or AIDS, and more importantly, we death from HIV or AIDS. To detect whether a person is infected with HIV, the doctor will perform an HIV test. Screening is the doctor will perform HIV test done by taking a sample of the patient's blood or urine to be studied in the laboratory. The types of screening to detect HIV are: the first, antibody test. To detect whether a person is infected with HIV, the doctor will perform an HIV test. Screening is done by taking a sample of the patient's blood or urine to be studied in the laboratory. The types of screening to detect HIV are: the first, antibody test; 2, antigen antibody combination test; 3, nucleic acid test or NIT. Antibody test. This test aims to detect antibodies produced by the body to fight HIV infection. Although accurate, it can take 2 or 8 weeks after infection. The goal is that the number of antibodies in the body is high enough to be detected during the examination. Antigen antibody combination test. This test aims to detect the P24 protein that is part of the HIV virus. An antigen test can be performed 2 or 4 weeks after the patient is infected. NIT. This test is also known as an RNA test. This test detects the presence of the HIV virus in the body and can be done 10 days after infection. However, the price of this test is quite expensive. If the screening results show the patient is infected with HIV positive, then the patient needs to undergo further tests. In addition to confirming the results of the screening, the test aims to help doctors determine the stage of infection the patient is suffering from, determine the appropriate treatment method. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.